to you, it sounds like it's done, but to her, it's like a break to find what's going wrong and what's going right. But at the same time, how it was conveyed to you seemed like it was over.
Poorly communicated.
Yes, yes,
Let's see.
yes.
All right.
So I
So
can
yeah,
see where I can see why you're in the balance, because you were saying that the other day. It seemed like it was there but not there. Like it seemed like it wasn't communicated. Right?
yeah, and honestly, just have no idea how this life thing works just yet.
Well, sure.
You know what I mean?
This is my
This
advice
is
to you, and
it's
I've
so
already.
much different than the game.
Yeah, it is.
This is the thing: is you need to be honest with yourself, and I've told you this before. You just need to figure out what you want. It's your life,
Yeah.
and if you want to be with her, then be with her and be honest, and sit down with her and say, "Hey, like this back and forth thing is either a fun game that you like to play, and maybe you like to do it." But if you don't, then you need to be honest with her and be like, "Hey, I don't like this like back and forth stuff where I'm taking my key back, and then the next day you're just walking in my house telling me to come over." But at the same time, just be honest with yourself, because if you don't want to be in that relationship, or you just it's not working out, why waste your time? And I'm not trying to be mean. Like I don't want to say like you're wasting time on her, but I'm just saying your time is your time. Be precious with your time.
Yep. You're worth more than being caught on the hook.
We've already done all that stuff. Why go through all that stuff that we went through when we were younger?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell
See,
yeah.
at this point, I feel like this is an off mic conversation.
Oh, I feel you. Okay. Yeah, I got you.
There's a very unpopular answer, but
yes.
Well,
I have a
AI is gonna have to pull that up.
We'll keep that. We'll keep that off the microphone. But I have an unpopular opinion. Titanic is just an old woman telling a story about some good deeds she got on a cruise. Am I right or am I wrong?
True. So good. So good she remembers it through Alzheimer's.
That's how I felt. That's how I'm like, yeah, that might be an unpopular opinion, but you know what?
Well, let's
There's
bounce
some
into
truth
this.
there.
Yes, it is true. That's a great. Let's jump into this. I know TJ and I were talking to this. We've already dropped the relationship thing, but I do want to talk about this.
Okay.
Movies.
Yes.
The Barbie movie.
Oh,
my brother keeps on telling me to go see it, but it just surpassed my favorite movie, The Dark Knight. How do you guys feel about that?
You know, the craze for this movie, it's why I can see why, but a lot of these people, they didn't play with Barbies, and I think it's because of the social media impact that it's going rampant, that people are just flocking to the theaters for this, because like Barbies, yes, it is a household name. It has been a household name for a very long time. But I think at this point, it's like I said, it's getting to the point where it's social media and TikTok-esque more than the nostalgic of Barbie.
See, and I'm not on social media, but I did hear there is a Barbie TikTok trend going around.
Yeah.
So I was like, great, here we go. And it did make it popular. Well, I mean, my brother did say it was a great movie. He said it was a good movie.
I heard it was good.
He said it was good.
So
but
I was going to say, have you seen it just yet?
No.
All right. So I haven't seen it either yet. But I do plan on seeing it soon.
Okay.
What happened was, at first I was gonna go do the that Barbieheimer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Till I found out Oppenheimer's like 3 hours. So
it's a long movie.
I thought it was a sub of Lord of the Rings, right?
Oh no, he invented the atomic bomb.
It was a joke. The 3 hours. Come on.
Oh.
It's like,
you say 3 hours. I think Casino.
Oh, good Lord.
Who would watch like Lord of the Rings? They got trees that walk.
I mean, it's a good story, but I get it. 3 hours. I still haven't finished the Batman. Sorry, Notch.
I don't understand why you haven't finished the Batman.
Because I got kids. We just talked about this.
Yo, that's the saddest superhero in the fucking world, bro.
Great
You're over here
movie.
like, fam,
Great.
you're like half. He's like half vampire, and he's like cries half the movie.
He didn't shine
Like,
this time, at
He
least.
didn't
but
shine
He
though.
wasn't shining.
no, his makeup ran down his face. Like,
Because he was tired. I'll give you this. That Batman was probably the best portrayed Batman in my opinion. Not the best Batman, but if you think of Batman's lifestyle, he's
Okay,
fighting
super
crime in the middle of
sad.
the night.
Yeah.
yeah,
He had
don't get me
lost his
wrong.
parents, so he's super emo. He was listening to freaking to
Hawthorne
Hawthorne
Heights.
Heights. He was listening to Hawthorne Heights. He did have makeup because he had to wear the dark colored mascara under his eyes, and it. I mean, he was sweating. He came back and he was sweating off of there, and then he had bags under his eyes, and he didn't like the light.
No.
He was wearing sunglasses. Probably the
Mhm.
best portrayed Batman, in my opinion, based off of what he did.
Okay.
Mm.
I
Mm-mm.
agree.
If it was possibly the most realistic portrayed,
Yes.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
But at the same time, he's not allowed to rescue me. All right, I don't care what's going on. Let Joker kill me.
Take me. Penguin, take me. Who's this
You can't-
Edward
you
Cullen
can't-
motherfucker?
You can't save me like that.
See,
Nah.
see.
If this
I
beautiful
knew,
man wants to rescue you, you let that beautiful man rescue you. You don't have problems with that.
hey, for the
It's a
record,
new world. If he just tries to, you just be like, hey, step back.
right? But for
That's
the
it.
record, I knew Cedric Diggory before Edward Cullen, though.
Cedric. Exactly. That's how I know.
So there we go. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Diggory do?
Another long movie that
Another
probably
long
hasn't seen.
movie. Okay, so since we're talking about Batman, I saw another post and it said it has Macaulay Culkin next to Batman, and it says the two most dangerous people in the world with prep time. Am I right or am I wrong?
With what time?
With prep
Prep
time.
time.
Prep time?
Idea,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
time to plan.
So
I'll give you that.
they also put the house from the first Home Alone where Macaulay Culkin lived with his family. And it says, the older I get, the more I wonder what Kevin's dad did for a living to afford this house and a vacation to Paris for 9 people. And I actually looked it up. It was actually for 15 people to go on a vacation to Paris. What the hell does McAllister do for work to own that house?
So I actually knew this. I saw that meme, and then I
Okay.
did some research, and I actually figured out what it was.
Okay.
He was actually a successful businessman. He was a senior VP of a stock exchange.
Okay.
So he was successful.
He was making bread.
He was definitely making bread.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Home Alone, which is a great movie, probably my favorite Christmas movie besides
Yes.
Elf. Let's give props to Macaulay Culkin.
Right.
If you guys haven't seen,
He needs his flowers.
He has cleaned himself up. He is a father. He looks amazing, and he is married to Brenda Song.
That is correct. Yeah.
Cleaned up, married to Brenda Song, father, amazing job. Just props to him for everything that he's done. Child actors usually go down the worst of the worst, which he did, and then he changed it up, and just amazing. I follow that. When I was on social media, I did follow him. He was a really good dude to follow on social media. So.
Yeah. Time out. Does the song girl sing?
You don't know who Brenda Song is, sir?
No.
Oh,
what?
Man.
She's from High School Musical.
She was from Zack and Cody. She was the heiress.
Wasn't it like illegal for us to watch those shows?
Huh?
Weren't we too old for that at that point?
I think no.
I thought we was like, just out of that age range, right
We're
there.
just gonna. Yeah, I mean, I watched it. I liked it. I thought it was funny as hell. Zack and Cody was a great show.
They were crazy.
And it was the same time as Drake and Josh.
That's true. We were of age.
I wasn't like,
either.
oh my God, Brenda Song, like she's super hot. But I was watching the show.
Yeah.
Maybe I just watch TV different.
For a long time, I wasn't watching it. I won't front.
Kay's over here, Bo burning them. If they're under 15, do them in your head. Jeez,
So that's just simple math, of course.
That is exactly what the song is called, Simple Math.
Yo, I'm a fan of Bo Burnham. It's all good.
Good
Bo Burnham's
Lord.
amazing. We've
I
been
was
watching him since the beginning of YouTube.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, I know the song.
Big time
Oh,
joke, everybody.
shit.
None of us are like
Yes,
that.
yeah, yeah.
None of us are like
Don't
that.
take that out of context. That was just a good joke.
We can all do math, all right?
Speaking of numbers, guys, I don't know if you guys saw this, but the NBA dropped the schedule. Did you guys see that? I'm a huge.
I haven't seen it yet.
First off, big props, Nuggets champions. Can't wait for next season.
Yep.
But I did want to talk to you guys about rivalry week. I saw the rivalry week schedule for the Nuggets, and they put the Philadelphia 76ers as a rivalry game.
Oh, wow.
Do you believe that's true? Because the first game of the season is the Nuggets versus the Lakers. For the whole season, that's the first game. I believe that more of a rivalry game compared to the 76ers. Only because Joel Embiid, the last 3 games in Denver, he hasn't played. The only reason I know this is because I went to the first one of the last season.
Mm-hmm.
He only plays when they're in Philadelphia. And the last time they played in Philadelphia, which was game like 80 or 79, Jokic was hurt and half of his team was gone. How was that a rivalry? MVP
the rivalry,
race?
I think it's the MVP race.
That's the only reason it's a rivalry. It's not a rivalry between the Nuggets and Sixers.
Yeah.
Jokic don't care.
Embiid and Jokic is just gonna go ball.
Yeah. He's gonna hoop.
How about this though? Friend of mine, he is apparently a quarter season plan holder. So he has like tickets to a quarter of the season.
Okay.
And they sent him something. Bless you. Talking about some games that he gets first picks on. Like if he wants to go, like he can grab his tickets before they go on sale to the public, right?
Okay.
Yeah. These games include, and just to save time, I won't go with the dates, but these are in chronological order starting on like November 3rd. The Mavericks, the Rockets, the Warriors, the Magic, the Bucks, the Kings, the Jazz, the Knicks, the Suns, and then the Timberwolves.
Wow.
That Warriors game is going to be big because if that's in Denver, that's Christmas. That was
they're
their
all
Christmas
in Denver.
games.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
So Denver actually got a Christmas game this season. So I'm excited. Last year's definitely opened up a lot more TV time for Denver, so everybody could actually see how good Jokic is and how good he makes the rest of his team, including
so
Murray.
they can stop talking shit.
Because I watched every single game, and I still watch the replays because I miss basketball and I miss hockey. Unfortunately, I just have the Rockies, and they suck. I'm just going to straight up say it. They suck. Every time I see it, I'm just like, damn, another loss. And it still costs a crap ton. Whoever owns the Rockies needs to get their shit together. But with the Nuggets, if you watched every single game, Jokic is a beast. I don't understand how he wasn't third-time MVP. But, I mean, if the man doesn't want it, the man doesn't – who cares? It's his life. I personally thought he was the MVP of last season, but he took it to the next level and said, hey, I'm going to win, and I need to be on a plane by Friday because my horses, they race on Friday. So.
Yep.
And then he went to the parade.
Yes, he did. He goes, the parade?
He got hard at the parade. Let's just put it that way. That dude was nuts. And then they went to Vegas.
Yo, pause. That's crazy. But for Valentine's Day, I'm buying that. I'm going to see about that ticket for myself. I want to go to the Kings game. Because, all those games are here in Denver. But the Kings are young, up and coming.
Sabonis and Fox?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good team. It's a good team.
Yeah, that is a good team.
They were a scary team. They've always been scary. Yeah. I've always loved Fox. That dude is fast.
Yeah, but they'll actually come in and play.
You know what I mean? True. That is true.
I don't think they're a team that's going to have Fox or Sabonis sitting.
Well, no, because
I think they're excited. They'd be excited to come up here and actually play against Denver full strength too.
Well, you got to
You know what I
remember
mean?
last year was kind of a joke. Everybody took it as a joke as Jokic can't be the MVP, and they forgot how good they were, number one in the West. I think this year everybody's got something to prove. Like, we're better than Denver. Now you've got Kevin Durant had enough time over there, and all these teams have enough time to mesh. And the Lakers, I don't even know who the Lakers just keep on picking everybody up, and they're putting all their money in with Reeves. You have to come through Denver now. It's not LA, it's not
Yep.
Phoenix,
Yep.
it's through Denver.
Yep.
And
Reeves,
Denver's not a team that goes, "Hey, we're number one." All they're looking for again is another championship. They already said it. We want to go back to back.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Which I hope the Broncos pick a little something from that and get their shit together. Russell.
Yeah, they needed to take notes during the playoffs. See how a real team plays.
Well, they need to try to make it to the playoffs. The Broncos can't even get it out of there. I think they won 5 games last year. It's ridiculous.
Well, shit, and then now in the freaking AFC, like, you can't even be cheese having a record like that. Like, you could get away with that over on the East Coast, but having a record on the West Coast, no, you're gonna have to play your asses off in order to hit the playoffs.
Yeah, the AFC West is already stacked. You're playing against 3 other great teams, and you have a $256 million quarterback that didn't do anything last year. I do like that Sean Payton came in here and cleaned up house and basically said, "You're not in charge, I am."
Well, shit, didn't they just lose 4 defensive ends
I don't know.
linemen?
I watched the first preseason game and didn't realize we got rid of McManus.
Yeah,
our kicker.
They got rid of quite a bit.
He was the captain. He was the face of Denver, and they got rid of him silently. And then I looked at his Twitter, and he's like, "Hey guys, I just got noticed that the Broncos released me." I was like, "What is going on?" So I mean, he's really Sean Payton came in here and said, "Hey, no more BS. Like, we're here to play." Kind of like Deion Sanders doing up in Buffalo. Buffalo. What am I thinking?
Boulder. I was talking with Chaz and my coworkers about how much the tickets are going up, and nothing has even stopped it. I mean, like, good for CU because it's going to bring more for athletics. It's going to bring more for education and stuff like that for people to look at CU again from the Cordell Stewart days. But like, and Chauncey Billups days. But these tickets are outrageous. Like, outrageous to go to a game now. Like, I can see if it's like a bowl game, those prices, but a regular season game now.
And they're seeing it. It's just, it's all that razzle dazzle on ESPN and NCAA is putting all their eggs in that basket. And then all these other coaches that aren't even big schools are literally laughing and going, "You guys put money into this and we destroyed them the past like 5 years."
Exactly.
Deion Sanders is Deion Sanders is person. One person that did really good with a smaller college. Like, this is the big boys now, dude.
Right.
Your first game is against is it TCU? I think that's who I think they play TCU.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to show it right there, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous.
I give him. You got to give him time though as well.
Yeah, you do have to give time. Yeah, so definitely.
What I think is going to show is that his style will work.
I can see that.
And I think that's what the goal is this first season.
But do you think they did too much of what they did with Russell Wilson and hyped it up?
No.
Russell Wilson was supposed to be the greatest thing since Peyton Manning sliced bread, since the Broncos had Peyton Manning. And then he came up here and won 5 games and literally had to have the crowd count down because he didn't know what what's it called? The clock. He couldn't even manage. He had no time management. Do you think they're doing the same thing with him?
No. This is the other thing people forget about too. They keep looking at, Deion Sanders came. Oh, he brought his son and a couple other could have been D1 players somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Sir, do you know the coaching staff that he's bringing over? Like the rest of the coaching staff?
Yeah, he's bringing quite a bit of them.
Those are NFL caliber coaches that he has with him.
Yep.
Like they believe in the cause of pushing him forward in like this dream, right? So much so that at first they were going to take pay cuts to go coach with him at Jackson State, right?
Right.
Uh, he instead pays for, I think the school gives him $1 million for his coaches at Jackson State.
Okay.
And not like to be disrespectful, it's a small school. They don't got it like that.
True.
Yeah.
He knows this is a small school. They don't got it like that. But he got it like that. So he took the $1 million to help subsidize paying for their salary, what they deserve.
Yeah.
They came to CU because CU also agreed to pay them what they deserve. You know what I mean? I don't believe it's gonna be, storybook of him going out and them having, this great first season and, ended up at some bowl game or something like that.
True.
But what I do think is going to happen is, bless you, they'll have successes that show that the system works. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think they'll go from where they were at to, running with the big boys when they're a smaller team, faster team, and they might not have the same kind of, they won't have the same kind of opponents, let alone the same kind of components to run how he was running in Jackson State, I don't think.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But at the same time, I might pay a stupid amount to be in the building one time. I won't.
It'd be good
To
to go
witness.
see him.
It
It's
would be
fun.
good.
It's just down
It
the
definitely
street,
would be.
so
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's exciting because Colorado's become. I mean, if you think about it, at one point the Broncos were the number one football team. Now you got the Nuggets and the Avs that won back to back. We don't talk about the Rockies, but then you've got the Rapids who won. You've got
Mhm.
Boulder who's come up and coming, and then you look at college. College hockey has been killer. DU and CC Tigers, they were number 1 and 2 last year. So it's the sports world of Colorado. It's definitely putting a name to Colorado, and Colorado's becoming big. Something that I was talking to TJ earlier about is they're trying to decide if they want to move Mile High away from downtown Denver over towards the Bright and Commerce City near Dick's Arena where the Rapids play.
Mhm.
At the same time, something just dropped recently that they want to move E-Lidges out there.
Yep.
So they're making big moves, and it's helping out Colorado a lot.
At first I was kind of on the fence. I was like, wait a minute. So they're going to take Eliges down from the city center, and then where are they going to put it? Because I didn't hear any of that until you told me that. I was like, okay, but then you have to drive a little bit further for more attractions for city center of Denver.
It is, but if you think about it, it's right off of 470 and 70. It's right next to the airport. That whole area up north it's just nothing but new real estate. Those little small towns that are way up north up there, like Erie and Loveland, all that stuff, they're becoming big.
Yeah.
It's crazy when I go out there. I'm like, what the heck? There's like a mall out here in the middle of nowhere.
Why do you go out there?
I used to have to go up there for work when I worked for Sprint, and my boss used to live up there. And we would go and she would throw little like get-togethers and stuff like that. And it's just crazy. If you ever just take a drive up to Wyoming, and you'll see it's crazy different than what it used to be. Still smells like cow shit.
No,
but it's beautiful out there. It's crazy.
The sister stays out there and just north of the border. And it's not bad out there for real, but
they're not trying to move it way up there. It's in. I mean, you know where Commerce City is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they want to move.
Commerce City is like right across the. That's right across the. I-70 is about like 3 blocks away.
Yeah,
from like where I'm at.
They're just trying to make it in that area.
That's cool. But I'm here to tell you, Nacho, I'm too dark to be anywhere called Erie after dark. You know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't sound safe.
Oh, shoot. So
That sounds like when somebody asks if I'm lost, it's not going to be like a helpful kind of question.
Yeah, I get you. But then Colorado, we are the biggest tourist state. A lot of people come here. I see a lot of Texas plates come through here, a lot of
Oh,
Georgia plates, a lot of South plates coming
California.
through here, like and
yeah.
California, like a lot.
Actually, TJ,
Hmm.
uh, Erie, Colorado. Isn't that where Jeepers Creepers happened?
No,
I
sir. That
don't think
was
so.
they
That
they
was in
filmed. That was
Texas.
like it was supposed to be in Texas, and they filmed a little bit outside of Pueblo, like
Mm-hmm.
east of it.
Yeah, like
What?
towards Kansas. Yeah,
It had nothing to do with
Mm,
Pueblo.
yeah.
like, man.
Trey's like,
Trey just saw that and he's like, I ain't going past the
I
I
ain't going
25
there.
corridor, all three
Nope.
major cities. I don't go past it.
What year is it?
Mm-mm.
Jeepers Creepers is on his way back. I know he is.
Trey sees a
Mm.
scarecrow. Oh hell no, Trey, it's just a
So,
scarecrow. Calm down. Nope.
you already know it'd be trending on Twitter when it's time.
I know for real. It's time Jeepers Creepers is resurrecting again.
Mm-hmm.
Trey's like, I ain't going over there.
Nope, I'm staying at home. I call
That's why
off that
you.
day.
That's why you never stop at little towns anywhere you go. I've learned that from all the horror movies. Seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, no, you just
Mm-mm.
keep going past. Like, Daddy, we're on E. We are not. Y'all motherfuckers could push this car.
You guys get out and push.
We are not
So
stopping.
y'all turning into little running backs today. Watch.
I'm saying,
That's
better
right.
push that car.
Mm-hmm.
That
But
shit's funny.
going into a few things, especially because I was just recently down in Pueblo. I did want to talk to you, T, about this, and then Trey, you could put in your thoughts on this. I did see that Pueblo now has a curfew for all parks, including the city park, via 10 o'clock. And then I was talking to my sister, and she told me what happened. Unfortunately, a young 15-year-old boy was shot down. It was looked like it wasn't on purpose towards him, but it was a drive-by towards somebody that he was in a group with.
Yes.
The mom of the little boy wants it to where the curfew is 8 o'clock. How do you guys feel about that?
Damn. 8 o'clock. I mean, see, it's already 10 o'clock. I did not know she wanted to put it at 8 o'clock.
It was either the mom. So I read in the news. My sister was telling me about that. She wanted somebody of the family. I think it was the mom. Wants the curfew for 8 o'clock. But
Oh
as
my
of right now, it
gosh.
is 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And there's signs all over the place. First off, let me just tell you this: City Park in Pueblo is scary at night.
Oh,
That
it's
place is
sketch.
dark.
Mm-hmm. It's
It is
sketch.
dark. My brother and my sister live right off of the city park, and I was down there visiting. And every time I would drive through there, you can't see
Oh
anything. And I
yeah.
don't know if you know, but those geese out there, they
Oh, they're
mean mug
mean.
you.
They're
So if
mean.
you stop, they'll hold you up for your wallet.
Yeah,
So
those
Trey, be
those
careful next time
fuckers
you're
are
out there.
mean. Those
Mm.
fuckers are mean. I mean, I hate to say it, like I love growing up here in Pueblo, like especially when us three were young and we were running around. Like we didn't have a care in the world. We didn't have to worry about this dumb shit. Like Pueblo is definitely changing differently, and I wish Pueblo was able to grow in a better direction from where it is. Like getting more jobs, getting more things for young people to do, like and not having, another liquor store, another dispensary, like something that could be recreational and have activities. Like I love that they brought the first annual hip hop festival, but that I didn't hear any bad things about it, but I can definitely see that it could go that route
Yeah.
just because of the placement where they have it. Because I've been at that park multiple times and there's always been drama. Trizzy's been at that park too at Bessemer Park during Juneteenth,
Yeah, we
and
all know that.
we know
That
what goes
park,
down.
every night we literally have gunshots.
Yeah, so it's just Pueblo does need something
No, but if you listen,
more.
sometimes they was like on beat. You know what I mean? Like,
Stupid. But Pueblo does it. Pueblo needs a positive change and positive growth, and I don't know. It's gonna have to take from the upper hands of Pueblo to do that, but they're so old minded and so mom and pop minded that I don't know if Pueblo can grow in that direction like Springs and Denver are,
Yeah.
and it has the ability to.
It definitely does, and there's so much out there that you can. I go down there and I get happy because again we grew up down there, so it's all nostalgic and I love going down there for let me take that back. If I go down there again and it's 100 degrees, I'm literally going to shoot a gun at the sun. Like, I know it won't do anything, but your guys'
You
weather
bastard.
is ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's hot.
Ridiculously hot.
It's hot down here.
Yeah,
It
it was
is
hot like that
nasty
last
hot.
weekend too.
I was
Or
just like, what
on
did I
Wednesday.
come down
Yeah.
here for? I am sweating and I'm still inside in the air conditioning. This is craziness. But yeah, Pueblo definitely needs some growth and they need help. And it does start with, unfortunately, it starts with the politics down there. And my brother's really big with the politics down there. And he said it is a very old-minded city. It's ran by a few families, and hopefully they get their stuff together and realize that can be a great city, because it would be a great city to. I mean, you're raising your kids down there.
Yeah, right.
And they're becoming amazing little children sometimes.
Yes, yeah, sometimes, yeah.
But yeah, even when we were growing up, we had people flashing us off the side of Lehigh, going all crazy. So it's always been bad. Trey.
Right.
You gotta keep your eyes on the road, fam.
Yeah, for real, at all
Eyes on the
times.
road.
At all times. But I agree. That's just where it has to be, and to wrap up with everything, it's growth with everything. You have to see where you went wrong, what's going wrong, and what's the greatest solution that you can do, so that way it's sustainable. It's just growth.
And can we I know we're almost hitting up at an hour, probably in this pretty soon, but real quick, what went wrong? I'm telling you this right now, climate change. I don't know if you guys believe in it, but this shit's real.
Oh, it's been real.
It's stupid that people keep on turning their heads back, because Canada has been on fire for months now.
Yep.
I can't even go outside in the morning and it's smogged out, and I look and it's like, oh, it's the Canada fires again. So I don't know what Canada's doing, and it doesn't smell like maple. So I'm pissed off about that. Kicking up my allergies. Don't even smell like maple trees.
No Tim Hortons. No Tim Hortons.
Nothing like that. I don't know. Apparently in Canada, I was lied to about Canada. But at the same time,
no Canadian
what is going
bacon
on
either?
No Canadian bacon either, Trizzy.
Well, that's good, because that means the wildlife got out of there. We don't want them burning.
That's it.
Trey's like, I smell Canadian bacon. I'm like, oh my God, the animal just burning. He's like, food.
Canadian bacon off a maple tree. Come on now, son.
That sounds delicious.
But
though.
At the same time, the fires in Hawaii.
I don't even do a lot of oink oink, but yeah, fires in Hawaii. Sorry,
fires in Hawaii, and then most recently, I just saw that California has a hurricane.
Yes,
which I didn't even think. I thought hurricanes were only in the Atlantic, and the Pacific got typhoons. Sorry, whatever they're called.
They got tycoons too.
Yeah, but I thought that was specific. But now California is going to get a not an earthquake. Hopefully they don't get an earthquake. I'm knocking on wood, or everybody in California is going to get pissed. But they're getting a hurricane. That's crazy.
Yep, Hurricane Hillary.
When's the last time that they got a hurricane?
I have no. I'm going to look that up right now.
Yeah, y'all got to wake me up when like Antarctica melts.
Like, it is melting. Have you not seen the penguins are just swimming now?
I mean, Marvel tells me like there's gonna be like a whole.
Oh my lord!
The only reason the alien came down here is because its ship melted, and he came back to get his old vehicle. He's like, "Damn! Finally, my classic car melted. I can get it." And he took off. And the U.S. government's like, "Oh yeah, we do have aliens." And it was like, "Well, he didn't stay because this shit's fucked up."
You know what's crazy about the whole aliens thing? When they came out with all that information, everybody was like, "Yeah, so the fuck what? We know aliens. Yeah, we already know they're here. We already know they're here. Well, let's talk about some real shit. We already know the aliens."
They were trying to throw up like trying to scare us, and we're over here going like, "Hey, can we get a ride with you out of here?"
I'm saying,
I'm trying to go to Mars.
I hate it here.
What did Andre say? Spaceships don't come equipped with rear mirrors. That's what I'm trying to do.
For real.
Not look back.
Oh, just dip.
Just dip.
Just dip. See, it said the last hurricane was in 97. It was Hurricane Nora.
97. That is nuts.
97. And before that was 1939. And then before that was in 1858.
pretty sure Mount Vesuvius like
So-
exploded back then or something.
Shit's
and caused
crazy.
like crazy weather.
But
I'm just joking. That was like 1600s, but
also, what we're saying is this happened before.
It has, but it's just interesting with it because, like, well, technology and such, but just the way how climate changed. And when I heard Hawaii was on fire, I was like, wait a minute, there's water all around.
Time out. Have y'all seen that like none of the rich houses got burned down?
I didn't see
Like
that.
right across the street? Yo. It
That's
is
crazy.
nuts. Because we on this, I can send it to you and you can see it like on the Twitter sphere, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Well,
let me see,
the two things that are crazy about the whole fire as well, there are people contacting these peoples that just lost their homes to buy their land. They're already
Yeah.
trying to profit off of this tragic event. And then they're still having tourists doing snorkel excursions where the fires happened.
it's definitely unfortunate. And the thing is, in Hawaii, that's their income too, is
True.
the tourists. So, on one hand, it's a tragedy, and I hope they figure it out, because the last thing I read is the alarms or the sirens didn't even go off, and whoever was in charge said he didn't really care about it. And I was like, bro, I'd punch you in the face if I saw you.
Nah.
And you said that
So
shit.
what he said was he didn't sound the alarms because it normally means it's a typhoon.
Yes.
And
Well, it
when it's
doesn't
a
matter if something's
well,
going on. Like if my house
oh
is
no,
about to catch on
That's
fire
natural
and
emergency.
somebody sees it, they should have some type of alarm.
oh no, you got to wait to hear the rest of the reason. So he then says he didn't want to sound the alarm because the alarms are only on the coast, and the fire was up in the mountains.
Hmm.
And if he sounded the alarms to people on the coast, he thought they'd be scared and pack up everything and run into the mountains.
I don't think that's true, though. I
Essentially-
mean, what he said, because
essentially
I could have
driving it.
swore that they said it was near the coast that people were even jumping in the water to avoid
Yep.
getting burned.
Oh,
Yes.
because it
I was talking
got
with
down
my
that
boss
far.
about that. Yeah.
Because it got down that far eventually. But he said he didn't ring it at first because it was up in the mountains. And he said he thought that people would get out of their house and drive up into the mountains and drive into the fire. Don't get me wrong.
But they all
the
have
point
that
is-
emergency system
Oh.
in their phones. Everybody has phones, and they could use
Yeah.
that. So I don't understand why they
that's
didn't
just
do
it.
that.
That's just it. Is the reasoning he gave made no sense.
Wow.
Also, you find out that he's like the director of national emergency in there in Hawaii, and he has zero experience on the resume.
Oh wow.
He's never been through a disaster in any role ever.
Wow. See, it's
Well,
just
whatever
shit
happened
show.
or whoever did this and all that stuff, just prayers up to all the families out there.
Yes, definitely.
I have a lot of friends
Yes.
that have been posting about it that have families out there, so I'm hoping everybody's safe and hopefully they figure it out, because hurricanes and fires and earthquakes and all that stuff, it's just getting worse and worse. I mean, the
Yep.
heat. This whole year, NASA just said this was the hottest July on
July
record
was
ever.
the hottest. Yep.
But I feel like that's every freaking year we get another hottest month on record, and it's just getting worse and worse. And it's just crazy. I'm big with nature and all those, like, all that stuff, and one of the biggest things that I've seen is the decline of insects and then of nature and birds, because I do photography and I like birding. I do love to bird, and I'm seeing less and less birds every year, which is pretty scary. And bees.
That is pretty wild.
And bees. Last year I had bees like crazy in my backyard. This year I have way more flowers, and I've seen less and less bees.
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean, did we not watch the bee movie, guys? Like, come on.
You're right.
No
Right.
bees, no flowers, no chocolate. We're all screwed. Come on.
Wait, no chocolate.
Everything, sir. Pollination.
Yo,
I'm pretty sure that's why Elon's
Oh.
trying to make those little flying insects so they could do it through technology. But
I've seen this Black Mirror episode.
yeah, I did, yeah. We did watch the
This
Black Mirror.
sounds so familiar.
It's crazy how Black Mirror has all that stuff, and then the very
Mhm.
last episode of Black Mirror was like an apocalyptic Black Mirror.
See,
So I'm like,
Black Mirror and The Simpsons are ahead of the curve when it comes to
mhm.
information like this.
Well, Black Mirror bases all the technology off uh well until this last season. Uh
Yeah, yeah,
they based all the technology off things that were in development.
that's
You know what
true.
I mean? So nothing was ever like I think they said it was designed to be 5 years from now. Most of the episodes, if they
Yeah.
weren't set in the past or somewhere wild. Uh, yo, but did you guys watch the latest season?
Yes, I did.
Yo, the most disappointing thing was like it was like the first episode I think, and the last episode where that were hard. The rest of it was
The first one
Uh,
was amazing with Salma Hayek. The
yeah, that was
last one was
great.
great with the
Yeah.
whole
yeah.
apocalyptic thing.
Yep.
There were a few in between. I would have to think back on it. There was only one that I didn't really like, which was crazy about the photography. I just not
I
really the
thought that was
story.
Oh,
That
crazy.
thing, I just could not do the flashes. Like
I get
my
that. I
my
get
eyes
that.
are so sensitive now that I've gotten older, and gosh damn, I felt like I was in like a rave. I just started playing some ATV and muted the TV, and I was like, I'm back in.
I'm back in back the rave.
It's
yeah.
like, geez.
The other one though,
The
the
lock.
writer's strike. The writer's strike. I was gonna
Yeah,
say
that was crazy.
the
Yeah.
the writer's strike is basically that them being scared of that episode coming to life. Like,
I can see that.
because they were apparently already starting to do it with the extras, right? So extras for a movie used to get paid for like a month's work, you know,
Okay.
because you got to be there for the shoots, then the reshoots, then you know what I mean. We're gonna use you in this scene. Just wear this, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Right.
Uh, but what they started doing is sitting them down, scanning them, making them sign away their name, image, and likeness, and only paying for a day's work.
Oh shoot! So
And
they could just
and
digitally
then
put them in.
and then they could digitally put them in every movie they want to,
Mm-hmm.
and just change the clothes and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was nuts. Uh, but the actors are, you know, what I mean, going on a strike till they get written proof that they're not going to do that because they go. It starts with the extras, and then just like Hayek's character,
Yeah.
they go. It goes to the stars, and you quit paying us for work because you don't have to.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the writers are on strike because they're like, "Yo, you're not going to replace us with AI." You know what I mean? And people just using chatbot, like one dude in chatbot trying to filter jokes that he writing or something like that.
Right. I get that. Yeah. Well, looks like there's gonna
Yeah,
be a lot of documentaries.
I'll just say, can you believe that's even a fight that's
I
gone
mean,
this long?
I believe it because the way how freaking AI is now, I believe it. It's going to take a lot of people out of their jobs. And
Oh
nothing's going
yeah,
to be original anymore. Like it's just going to be all digitally enhanced. Like no one's going to really show their comedic or their supreme talent of being an actor. Like because it's going to be digitally done,
yeah.
which sucks. So then award shows are nothing.
Well, the worst part is that doesn't say much because they've been nothing.
Yeah, true, true. They're gonna be even more.
Yeah, like it's gonna be who used AI the best
Yep,
when
yep.
all the because as dope as it was what your boy Lupe did,
Mm-hmm.
like if that's what everybody's moving towards, and they're already saying that that's what a lot of rappers have been doing for the last few years,
Yeah,
and they
using the
said,
prompts.
yeah, they also said we've heard AI songs on the radio and just
Yep,
apparently haven't known.
yep. That's what they did with that Drake song. Um, it was an AI one, and they had it on Apple, and then they took it down because they found out it was all AI that they didn't even create.
Yeah, that was nuts too. That
Yeah,
one with him in the weekend,
yeah.
Metro Boomin.
Yep.
That wasn't none of them.
None of them created it.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know. I think it's it has its place to get a lot of things done, but then also it could take a lot of people out of work.
Oh yeah, but
So
I'm
it has
a
its place.
subscriber of the. You won't be replaced by AI, but you
Hmm.
might be replaced by somebody who knows how to use AI.
Yeah, it's true. That is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it's getting crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Every day's closer to iRobot.
yep. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well,
Keep
shit.
laughing at Will Smith if you want.
Yeah, exactly. We need him to start slapping folks. Like, don't make him go into the shadows. Don't make him go into the shadows. We need him.
Why can't Elon just host something real quick?
Right. Right. That shit's funny. Well, shit. We're getting towards the end of the show. Do we have anything left on the plate? Do you guys have any songs you want the listeners to listen
Trey,
to? A
let's
book?
I
You
do have two
Oh, our
things, but
questions. Yeah.
I'm gonna let Trey. We do have the three questions that we're gonna ask Trey, but if do you have anything else that you would like to say to the viewers? Anything that you have up and coming? You want us to look into? Any friends, family things going on?
Uh, Yo, One Piece live action on Netflix coming out soon. I'm seeing.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys are One Piece anime fans, but yeah, that's big news in my world right now.
Okay.
Nice.
Um, True. I was gonna ask you guys, do you guys watch any of those sports talk shows? Anything like that?
I haven't lately.
Not recently.
Mm,
Not until the big sports start playing. Because right now it's just baseball.
Oh yeah. Right now it's baseball, but apparently that man Shannon Sharp is about to be on First Take twice a week during the football season to talk to Stephen A.
oh
Nice.
wow, that's
I also
wild.
heard who's taking over Shannon Sharp's. Oh, I forgot who's taking over his
Richard
spot.
Sherman,
Yep.
ain't
There
it?
you go.
Oh
But
sure. Oh,
they're talking about it's going to be a rotating thing, just like Stephen A.
Well, that's good.
oh, I
So
gotcha.
Sherman
Okay.
might get like I think they said 90 shows a year or something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
he's going to get like a decent chunk, but they plan on having a rotation to see who's going to be good with them, I guess, before they go long term or anything.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
T, did you want to ask him the quick questions?
Let's
One
get
minute
it.
to ask him.
Yeah. Let's get it. Well, so Trizzy, we kind of got these questions on for you, but quick answers. Um, let's see. Number one. Actually, this segment is called Triple Thrills, right, Notch?
Triple thrills.
Triple Thrills with the bonus. Okay. So Trizzy.
Okay.
Quick, Trey, off top of your head.
Okay. If you're
Mm-hmm.
stranded on an island, what three albums would you bring?
I'm bringing Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
Or no, I take it back. I'm bringing Blueprint
Okay.
by Jay-Z. Um, Dang. I am bringing Hitler Wears Hermes 10 by West Side Gun,
Okay.
DJ Drama. Um, and Victory Lap.
All right. Okay. Notch, you got number two?
Yeah.
Number two, if you could change, or sorry, if you could implement one law for the whole world to abide by, what would that law be?
I would implement a book sorry. I would implement a heavy tax on ammunition.
Hmm.
Nice.
I would need it to cost something like $5,000 to $10,000 a bullet.
Mm. Okay.
So you can keep your gun, but you know what? You're gonna have to really think about using that
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. I like that.
So
Okay.
Only the
yeah,
rich get to shoot.
Hmm.
not only that, but guess what schools they walking into?
Right.
They got to have senators' kids there. They got to have
Yeah.
people who are actually going to sit back and say, "Oh no, now we need to do something about this.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is starting to hit too close to us."
That's true. That's true. Okay. Number three. If you could have dinner with three people, dead or alive, real or fictional, who would they be?
Mm. All right, dead or alive?
Real or fictional?
Huh. All right. So, of course, just because I feel like anybody who knows me will kill me if I don't do the dinner with Jay-Z thing. You know what I'm saying? That's already a big meme, right? So,
Yep.
got to take advantage of that. Um, Shoot. Then after that, I think I want like some interesting life perspectives.
Okay.
Um, in my opinion, I would want to know and talk to the person that the Romans killed for fear of revolution.
Okay.
However you want to look at that. Um, True. And yeah, I would be interested to see the first human that walked upright.
Oh, that would be wild.
You're gonna be having dinner with that gentleman or woman?
Like,
You're gonna be eating some freaking woolly mammoth and get sick,
We got
drinking some nasty
dinosaur
ass water.
today.
Where are my
no, I
scissors?
mean, no, he might have the hookup. Might have the hookup.
He might have the
Uh,
hookup. The first
but no,
steak.
the third person would definitely have to be like Nikola Tesla. It would
Nice.
Okay.
be interesting to pick his brain.
All right,
And
Trey. So our bonus question, real quick, just tell the
Bonus
viewers or
question. Mhm.
listeners, your song, your go-to song. What's your go-to song right now? That way they could actually look it up. We'll post it on Instagram, and then we'll actually add your Instagram page to it as well.
oh,
Go-to
hmm.
song, quick.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Uh, Give me 1 second. I will pull this up because they're
Well, he's pulling this up, so there's no silent. I'm going to tell you this. I asked a friend of mine the same questions, just to have fun with it, and I'll tell you this. They gave me the best answer for what albums they would bring to an island. Number one album, and I'm mad I didn't think of this. The Minecraft soundtrack.
Okay. Okay.
Done. I could live on
wow,
anything with the Minecraft
Hmm.
soundtrack. Anything.
crazy. Okay, so I don't know, but it's a song called "Getting That Paper" by Polyester the Saint.
Okay.
Cool. So we'll
And
actually feature that on our Instagram, so the viewers could listen to that.
all right, because yeah, the hard part is I was just introduced to this gentleman, not like personally, but somebody sent me a link to another song by him, and that led to like the rabbit hole of discovering a new artist.
Mm-hmm.
And
Somebody put
yo,
you
this
on.
yeah, uh, our boy G actually,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, and out of all the kind of the daily tracks that play, like yeah, it's a little reminder, kind of get up, get going, because no matter what you're doing, somebody out there getting that paper.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay. You got anything else to add, Nacho?
I do. So I just want to, me not personally, but me personal. I have two big things happening with some really, really good friends of mine. Hopefully, we could get them on the podcast soon. But I want to give a big shout out to my friend Byron Graves. I do want you guys to check him out on
Sorry.
Instagram. Byron Graves actually wrote a book called Res Ball. It's
Oh shit.
it's coming out September 12th. It's on Amazon. Please check it out. He's local. It's about basketball on the reservation. It's supposed to be amazing. I already reserved it the moment he told me he had it. He's a really cool friend of mine, really cool artist. Please check it out again. Byron Graves, Resball. It's on Amazon.
That's hard. So I
Sep-
actually
Nice.
watched that
Yeah.
Netflix series. It was dope as hell.
oh yeah. And then that's September 12th, but it's September 16th for everybody in Pueblo, even Colorado. I'll be coming from Parker to go down there. CSUP, they're actually doing something called Pack Fest 2023. It's also going to have, who was it? Waka Flocka is going to be
Waka
there.
Flocka.
But my boys, big shout out to Box State
Box State
Rootz.
Rootz.
They are opening for this. Please go check them out. Again, they're on our page. I'm trying to get them on the show sometime so that you could hear them. They're amazing. They're from Colorado, but they've got the island vibes. Big shout out to Ito and the family out there. Box State Rootz, September 16th, Pack Fest. Please go see them.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Just before we get off as well, you gentlemen both got Netflix?
Yes, sir.
You know, I watched a documentary called Fantastic Fungi,
Okay.
Fungi, however you want to say it. It's all about the I guess the role that fungus and fungi have played throughout the human evolution kind of stuff, right? Um, it was entirely wild to me. I guess how much everything's connected. They talked about they had one dude who was talking about he was part of a oil cleanup in the ocean, like ocean or the bay, wherever they spilled oil that time, right?
Okay.
Part of the cleanup, they're trying to figure out what the best way to clean it up was going to be.
Okay.
They put like 3 different kind of treatments on it, and the third treatment was no chemicals. They just put mushroom spores, covered it up, let the mushrooms grow for like 2-3 days or whatever. And when they pulled off the tent, it cleaned up all the oil and it filtered everything out. It had like actual mushrooms growing out where it used to be oil.
That's wild.
And they talk about how it's a filtration system. And like when you look at roots, you know how roots kind of look like, what is it? I guess brainstem, not brain stems. Neural pathways, how your brain
Okay.
talks and
Yeah.
communicates.
Yeah, like the axons and the synapses and stuff.
Yeah. When you have 2 plants that are related to each other, you know what I mean? Kind of maybe share pollen, all that other stuff. Underneath the ground, there's kind of funguses that help connect the roots, and those plants can share nutrients and warn the other one when something bad's happening. Like, yo, I'm getting
That's
attacked by
wild.
termites right now. There's termites in the area. Throw your defenses up, kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was an entirely enlightening thing. There is like
Interesting.
a little small part where, of course, it goes into like the psychedelic aspect, but it even talks about the role that they play in decomposition. You know what I mean? That's why people pass. Dude, mushrooms are what grows on them. You know what
Right,
I mean?
right.
To help them decompose and go back into the earth.
We'll
Like
definitely have to. You'll have to
Yeah, we'll have to
give
dive
me a
into
heads up
that.
on that. Yeah, because T and I we're all about mushrooms and stuff like that. We're
Mm-hmm.
always trying to different, not the psychedelic
Not the
stuff,
psychedelics.
but different. I mean, mushrooms are very healthy in different ways, and
Yes.
even the
Yeah.
psychedelics could help as well.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Yes, they
talk that
do.
later
Well,
in a different show, but definitely want to check that out. So
yeah, because they talk about even the non-psychedelic ones and how those help neural pathway talk and all kinds of other stuff. But
yeah,
Yes, they do. I've
I
I've been
I
14 days on um 8 different mushrooms.
I take
Lion's tail, turkey tail. Yep.
yep
yeah.
I take a pill that has 12 different mushrooms every day.
Yep.
See, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I don't know if it does anything, but it's in my body. So
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, healthy don't got to be trippy.
It's true. It's true.
try to stay
Heck
healthy
yeah.
any other way. All right, Trey. Well, it's been a
But thank you,
pleasure.
gentlemen, for having me.
Of
Yep.
course, Trizzy. We're definitely gonna have you on again.
Oh,
You know,
dude.
whenever we get together, the conversations they go deep and we just have fun with it. And that's what this podcast is all about.
Just tell you to put this.
Shoot.
This is what happens when you get us three together. This is
That's
only
it.
supposed to be about 30 minutes, 45 tops. We're almost at 80 minutes. So
It's all right.
Oh,
There's
damn.
podcasts out there that are long as hell anyway. It's
Yeah.
all right.
everybody's gonna look at this
Yeah.
and be like, "The fuck, I ain't listening to this shit."
What
Please,
are they
if you're
talking
out
about?
there, listen to it.
Yeah.
This was a great podcast. Trey, TJ, it's been a pleasure. Trey,
It's been a pleasure. It has
Appreciate
been a
it.
pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. Yo, Nacho, we're going to have to swing down and do this in person with him one time.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely do that. We'll bring that nasty bottle of gasoline that you call cashmere down there.
That old ass bottle of
We'll do
cashmere.
the podcast with some cashmere and see who needs to go to the hospital first after a sip.
I think I need to go to
Yeah.
Beth Israel.
Yo, if you smell it, you could burp fire. You know what I'm saying?
God, no.
It's bad tea.
No,
It's
I'm
definitely
like,
bad.
I'm like, the worst part is tea. It smells good.
Yeah,
It smells good. It just
tastes like
tastes
nail
like
polish and gasoline.
No, that's aged cashmere. It might be rotted cashmere.
I mean, there were no mothballs. You know what I'm saying?
There are no mothballs. All right. Well,
T, anything else
creators,
for you?
you know, creators, thank you for listening. Thank you, listeners. Make sure you guys subscribe to this. Follow us on the Chasing the Cool podcast Instagram page, the Cool Attire page, and we're going to think of a question to put on the podcast for you guys to answer, or even hit us up on Chasing the Podcast or Chasing the Cool podcast Instagram page. Hit us up in the DMs with questions you want us to touch on, any kind of topics you want us to touch on, and we'll add that to the segments of this here podcast.
Cool, guys. Thank you for listening. Trey, we'll talk to you soon.
Well,
TJ,
thanks for having me.
until next time, keep chasing the cool.
Chasing the Cool.
Until the
Peace, y'all.
time, man, keep your nose dry and your hands washed. Take it easy.
Peace. On some mushrooms, guys.
Peace.